before we get into this pack essential, I'm going to qualify this and say you cannot replace or carry anything in your pack that replaces a good quality footwear system. A good quality boot, good quality socks based on your finance, on your scenario, your climate, your terrain, etc., etc. You cannot skimp or replace a good quality footwear system. So with that, our pack essential is a product from a company out of Salt Lake City, Utah, Wuru Wool. This is their premium blister prevention wool. It is a lightly washed, carded, 100% New Zealand grown wool. Carding is just the process in which they brush the fibers of the wool to organize them, and it creates this continuous web of fiber. It's lanolin rich, and what you do is you pull off a bit at the onset of a hot spot. I like to go about 3 times the size of the hot spot, fold it over, and you just place it on the hot spot. It's, you know, at the onset, pull your sock up over it so it's in place, and you just kind of hold it in place. It's not too difficult, and what happens is as you get back to the activity, that wool just takes the place of that friction against your skin, and it's no more, literally no more. Instantly, once that's in there, that hot spot is gone, blister is averted. I've used it, like I said, for about 1.5 years in every single scenario that we have. Our early season is typically 100 to 110 degrees. Use it in Colorado. I think we saw our low sitting in that high 20 range. Even had it on the mountain snowboarding later in the winter. But I've used it in just about every scenario with my Hoffmans, on the light trail work with the Solomons. So you put your fold of Wuru in there in your sock, and as you get back on chase, that movement causes the fibers to weave into the fibers of the sock, so it holds in place, and you really don't have to worry about it going anywhere. I'm not a fan of the adhesive base or the gel based or cream based blister prevention. I've just never had really good luck with them. Not to say that I'm using them all the time. When it comes to the adhesives, I don't want to worry about something, you know, rolling off the corner because it didn't stick well, and now I got a new hot spot or a new issue inside my boot. And then I'm not a fan of sock liners at all for multiple reasons. At 0.075 ounces for a full bag, they say 20 to 30 uses. I've used this bag for, you know, at least 1.5 years through all my adventures, and it's been phenomenal. I spent a lot of time making sure that my footwear system is up to snuff, but our feet shrink, they swell, temperature-based, activity-based, tons of reasons why your feet are going to do this over the period of a hunt or an outing. This has been a phenomenal product to have in the pack. I had a scenario last year where I took a pretty big fall. Not sure exactly what I did to my foot, but toe kind of took me out of the game. I needed a way to keep going. I took the Wuru Wool and I wrapped it around my toe to try and help splint it up and offer something, you know, in that toe to give it some structure inside my boot that was non-intrusive or minimally intrusive. And Wuru Wool came through kind of a side shoot use that I found just out of necessity, trying to get back on the chase. It was really limiting with that toe, but I wrapped it around my toe. It wove into the top, bottom, and front of the sock so well that that toe was pretty much immobile. And I just left that sock on for, you know, 2 or 3 days. And when I went to pull it off, it was so tightly wound that I literally had to physically pull the fibers from around the toe, and I just ran the rest of the season that way, and it worked out just perfectly. So kind of a side shoot use. And then Wuru doesn't stop there. They do have their new yarn line of socks. It's a wool blend sock, but I really have enjoyed using them. I ran them last season. I only have 1 season of use, unfortunately. I have run these short ones for the mountain runs or trail runs, and they've been working out really good. I do like the features on the sock. The padding is where the padding needs to be and not where it's not. and the seams are minimal at best on the sock. It's just a good quality sock. They do also carry their tech base layers, which I was able to run last year in Colorado as well, and I ran them for 23 days straight on purpose, just to see how bad I could stretch them and stink them up. And I'll say they performed phenomenally. The arms were a little bit longer than I would have liked for me, but they do have the thumb loop, and they came out, so I was just folding that back. But for the quality that I found in their tech base, that was a minor issue at best. But give them a look. That's Wuru Wool, Salt Lake City, Utah, blister prevention wool. Absolutely a Western Contours pack essential.